Is this thing on? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Boom, boom, boom. Bitcoin booming to 49,100. We're going to talk about it. I opened up a long. I did get out early, though, and then it continued to pump. But we're going to talk about how I opened up the long, what happened. We're going to break it down right now. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Let's get that music back up and running. What a beautiful day it is to be alive. Bitcoin at 49,100 for BTC. And everybody here is just rejoicing. How could we not? But it is False Move Monday. We always have to kind of take a breather. Step back and be realistic about what's happening. Shout out to the channel sponsors, iTrust Capital and BingX. iTrust Capital is the place to be. Buy and sell cryptocurrency tax-free inside of a Roth IRA. Can you believe that? Get yourself an IRA, a Roth IRA today. Jump on in and be able to trade cryptocurrency tax-free 10x, 20x inside of that portfolio. And you're only going to pay taxes when you take it out at 59 years old. At the end of it all, not have to pay those short-term capital gains. It's a pretty big deal. You save a lot of money in the long term if you make a 10 or 20 or 100x out of Bitcoin. Bitcoin continuing to rip to the upside. Let's talk about it. Let's break it down. It is out of control right now on an insane rally. You can't even really track it on the 1 minute chart. There was a little flag there. It's been almost impossible to track. It was boom. How did I get into a long and why? Well, I trade a very simple way. I trade when price action gets above a 200 SMA, and I was on the 5, even a little more sensitive this morning. But I trade whenever price action gets above a 200 SMA. It likes to rally. We went over this last week, if you remember. Got above here, huge move to the upside. I remember it was the 1 minute chart that we went over last week. Bitcoin right here, got above the 200. Boom. Beautiful move to the upside. Happens really, really nicely. This is something that I show you guys all the time. We go over right here. The 1 hour stayed above the 200. Stop loss on the other side. Ride it all the way up. I waited for the 5 minute to get above. The second it did that, I would have stopped right here and began to ride. I sold here in the middle, and then the trade just continued to rip to the upside. Shout out to anyone that jumped into a long there. And I have a kind of a description of how I trade this, just so you can kind of see what we do. So once I get above a 200 SMA, I buy. Then I put a stop loss below the 200 SMA. If I can find a supportive resistance, yes. If not, it doesn't matter. I just buy below the 200 SMA. What I like about it is my stop and my buy are very close together. This creates a very high risk-reward ratio. And then selling at the two resistance points are the key ideas for me, especially on a Monday morning. If I was going to even trade on a Monday, usually I don't. The only reason I did is because every time we get above a 200 SMA, I long. I became a bot. And if you do the same thing and you become a bot, you'll just do the same thing over and over and over again. Bitcoin all the way to a high of 49,172. Shout out to everybody here. And again, it's getting harder and harder to buy Bitcoin, you know. It may never go below 47,000 again, right? You may never see it lower than that. It's a chance. 48K, these could be the bottoms here. 47.6. So let's take a look at what's happening here on the weekly time frame for Bitcoin. As this first weekly candle is already just absolutely blasting to the upside. You can see we're already getting above this weekly support. And to me, we're above a lot of awesome stuff. So right here, clean above the weekly support right here now. These two candles. I'm going to delete everything. We're going to start fresh again. But so right here, look, we're clean above. As long as we stay above 46,860, or was it 750 actually, right? We'll see what the high was of this. When did it? The high was 47,000, and the close was 46,841. And then the candle next to it would open. Yeah, so it's 46,841. So as long as we stay above 46,850, I mean, we have no worries. No worries at all. Chance we don't go below. Now, the next stop for Bitcoin is about 51,000. We have a halving and this halving's bigger than all the other halvings. I want to declare this idea. 59 days, April 12th. It's going to be right near my birthday, the halving. It's going to be a great birthday. Like, what a birthday present. What a birthday present. A Bitcoin halving. Like, what else could you want in your life? All right? Imagine, man. And I just, my goal to get to 100 Bitcoin, I didn't get to 100, I'll tell you that. And I didn't get nearly as close as I wanted to, but I got pretty far. I wish I got further, but it is what it is. All right? Please using the Lightning Network. Right? Congestion and extremely high fees are currently causing issues on the Bitcoin blockchain. Look at that. So there's congestion and high fees on extremely high fees. That's weird. I haven't seen that in a long time. So just be careful if you're moving Bitcoin. Extremely high fees. I'm into MAVIA right now. This thing is out of control. I just want to talk about it before it gets too far out of the area here. This thing, Heroes of MAVIA, is just taking off. Okay? And it's getting the benefit of these fast new ecosystems just booming. So MAVIA, and the thing is, see, look, Bitcoin got above the 200 SMA, it was gone. MAVIA just got above its 200 SMA. That tells me we could get a pretty big move for this thing and it continue. My target for this is all the way at 13. I could see a double up from 770 here all the way to the upside. We're looking for that first break above 799, then to 947, and then all the way up to 1326 for Heroes of MAVIA. I currently have a bag of it. We'll see what happens. I swipped out of my bag of DYM into MAVIA. DYM was kind of flat, didn't do as much as I thought it was going to. You know, took a dip even and dip it, you know. So I decided, hey, I'll cut it off, $300 or something like that, and then swing into MAVIA, see where it goes. This thing is still double bottoming, and there could still be a big move, but you can see it basically stopped us out right there. Too many people may be in the same stop area. That's why I try not to use this. It conglomerates the stops, but people don't, you know, they do whatever. Let's take a look at ZETA chain. ZETA chain on Bybit. And again, that's a call that didn't play out. It's good to show you calls that did not play out. Not every single call that I put out plays out. It is not, 90% of the time we're celebrating. So I kept talking about how much I love ZETA chain. I kept going over it. I kept saying I'm buying more ZETA here. I don't think anyone was hearing me. I don't think a lot of people really listened, but it's okay. I usually do a lot of things on my own, and then people figure it out later on. But did anyone buy ZETA chain? Was anyone gobbling ZETA chain like me down at the 130s when it was in this bowl? I just saw this as consolidation for an amazing chain that you can go cross-chain ERC20 to Bitcoin. I mean, ZETA chain looks absolutely insane. So, Cass ready for another bump. False move Monday. Honestly, once the bull market starts, the false move Monday kind of drifts away. We release the correlation of the regular market to begin to pump and do our thing. All right. So Bitcoin, next resistance is coming at 50,006. There's just no resistance for it till it gets to 49.6 and then into 50K. And then once it gets through there, there's no resistance. Like, there's just no resistance for Bitcoin till it gets very close to the all-time high, where these candles close on the weekly high, really, at 65,000. So Bitcoin doesn't have a lot of resistance. Says it can make a pretty nice move. Technically, this could be a weekly flag, and you would just take the length of your pole for your next move to the upside. And this is a simple move for Bitcoin. Right? A little late. The entry was there in the flag. That's why you have to have gall. All right? And we called this long when we got above the 5-day 200 SMA. I told everyone that as long as we stay above the 200 SMA on the 5-day chart, well, it just doesn't have it. That's why I have to use the Binance chart. So let me go back to BTC USD, because that'll always get in, mess with me. So let me just make my lines again. Oh, the woes of this, but and there's the short down 48,788 for the false move Monday. Always watch for the false move. It comes every single time. That's why I'm in and out. If I'm trading Mondays, I'm in and out. I'm executing at a fast pace, and then I'm moving on, not letting my mind get torn up in the inside and out moves of a Monday. It'll mess with you all day. There's no need of it. You don't want it. Trust me, I did it for years. After you trade for years at all different days, you'll learn what the best days are after hundreds and thousands of days trading. And you'll finally just be like, okay, I'm done. Well, not 100,000 days, but hundreds and thousands of days. You guys have watched over 1,000 days of trading here. I've been live streaming since February of 2021. It's now February of 2024. We've gone 3 straight years without a day off. Not one day. Not one day. And you'd be like, no, he took a day off. Someday his voice got hurt. Someday he got sick. Someday his mom died. No, my mom did die. My dad did die. I had a baby. I did all sorts of things and never took a day off the live stream. There's a live stream of me streaming in while my wife is giving labor with a laptop, and they're letting me use the Wi-Fi, and nurses are coming in and out while I'm live streaming. And my wife actually suggested it. She said, I don't mind. She's like, it's going to take a while anyway. You might as well get a stream in. And I said, are you sure, babe? She said, no, by all means. And so it was what it was. So look, we got a golden cross here, 21-day moving average, 20, just a little far apart, but they're not, this could still stream up and pull the 21 with it, just like it did here. They can just kind of go together for a long period of time on the weekly. So really, you're looking at the 21 on the 5-day and the 3-day. They're going to be your go-to they're going to be what you want. You're going to want to see how close you are. And look, you're right on it, and you've bounced from it. It's a very, very good sign. So what I would say is, okay, we were in this bull flag. We broke out. We broke inside. We're back inside again. I would just play the flag as if the flag never lost here or lost there. So they bull trapped, they bear trapped, they flipped it, you know? And now there's still momentum here to the upside. The only thing I'm not a fan of is this is kind of this has got bearish div vibes for me. One could say this was the bearish divergence, and it played out already, and we're on a new set here. However, this still does swing, you know. I mean, I guess once this punches up, they'll both swing up, and they'll be trajectoried. They'll be parallel trajectoried. It just, you know, it's interesting. Shout out to the 1,077 people here on the live. You think we'd have way more people on a Bitcoin pump? Where are my peoples at? On a beautiful Bitcoin pump to the upside. Where are my peoples at? We should have 1,700 people here. 2,000 people on a Bitcoin pump to the upside. There is bearish divergence on the weekly as well that we went over last night. For sure. However, as long as we keep breaking above weekly support or resistance levels, I have to remain bullish. So right now, I am bullish unless Bitcoin closes below 44,000. We don't close below that, then I have to remain okay that we're going to the upside. Everybody in my trading group, I won't be around for most of the afternoon into tonight. Usually I do take the afternoon off on Monday anyway because the market's weird, but I have big, doctor's appointments with my wife and the baby. We're halfway through now, 20 weeks into the pregnancy, and so I will be taking my wife to the doctor's office, and we have to go to another one and then a blood test, and so it's going to be probably a 3 to 4 hour process. I will be out most of the day. It's one of those days, so I hope everyone is okay. I won't be able to call every single move or watch every single thing that happens to Bitcoin. I will be looking at my phone while I'm in the waiting room and stuff, but I try to be attentive with the doctors and my wife and not be rude. So, like, oh, there's that guy with the suit on always looking at his phone, you know what I mean? And that cliche, oh, there's the stock guy who doesn't care about anyone else but his phone, you know? So I want to make it a point. There's also this beautiful little support here. Bing. That we're holding at 47,000. So as long as Bitcoin stays above 47K, like we showed you, 46,841, I remain bullish. Could it come back? Yes, it can. 5-day chart still looks interesting to me too. And I could say, hey, you broke out, you faked out, you're on your way to the upside. You broke above the resistance. The 5-day candle broke above. I mean, that's very key. It's a beautiful place to long. You long that breakout of support now. Good for you, Sam. Love your time with Mrs. Lifer. Thank you. Yeah. Hi, Sam. Use EMA or MA. I use the MA 200 MA. You could use the EMA. You could use either one you use over and over again. Just use them over and over again. They both work very similar in tandem. You could use them together too if you want. Just don't get confused, you know. Shout out to Stack McChange, Rave Song Records, David Kendall in the house, and Sean, my man. Sean, we love you, Sean. Thank you so much for pinning that message there. If you want to join the trading group, everybody, we got a pinned comment up here that you're going to see throughout the stream. It's going to be very easy and convenient for you to go to cryptolifer.com, jump on in today, and jump on in with the most consistent man in all of YouTube. And I get to say that, the most consistent trader in all of YouTube, here every single day, no days off, twice on the weekends. You're talking Christmas, Thanksgiving. I go on vacation next week. I will be streaming every day on vacation. I don't take days off just because I'm on vacation. I change my setting, and I change where my family gets to go, and I take them to dinner, have some fun. I'm going to go to a Messi game in Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and watch Messi play live. I'm excited. It's going to be awesome. It's in a couple weeks, 10 days actually, or something like that. 1 week from today. So shout out to anyone in Hollywood, Florida. If you're in Florida, we could do a Lifer meetup, maybe get some tacos, hang out. Let me know. Stack McChange will be out there. He'll be my bodyguard, so you don't want to mess around. But God bless everybody. We love you. We appreciate you. And all you awesome Floridians, I can't wait to dip my feet in the sand again in beautiful, beautiful sunny Florida. Just paid for the 99, super easy and quick. Dessert Crypto, we love it. We appreciate it. If you have any issues at all, email cryptolifers@gmail.com. All right. So there you go, Crypto Lifer. You also, if you opt in here, you scroll up, you'll be opted into a subscribe to our weekly newsletter. Put in your email address, hit consent, hit subscribe, and I'm telling you right now, I'll give you 2 weekly newsletters a week. They're going to blow your mind, just really put you on another level and really take it to just giving you that information you need. Sit down nice and calm on a Saturday morning. It kind of wraps up what happened on the week on my macro analysis, gives you just a nice, cozy feeling. And just, I mean, if you get that and you like it, then you'll really want to join the trading group. So we provide so much information, my team and everybody, and we'll continue to do so because we love you. And we know that if we help your life, You'll help the world. The world will be a better place if everybody helps each other. The world will be a better place if everybody helps each other. So amen to that. I live in love. If you live in love, you cannot be denied. So 3-day chart. As long as we stay above 3-day, weekly, and the 3-day right here at 46,000, we're good to go. So as long as the weekly holds support, 47K, I really don't stress too much here about Bitcoin. Bitcoin had 3 white soldiers and then continued to go to the upside. That was a bullish sign that I talked about. 1, 2, 3 candles like that. 3 green candles in a row like that is 3 white soldiers. A bullish sign. You get to move further to the upside. You also broke above weekly resistance here at $47,000. Unlikely we're going to go back above that. Let's open it up here. Yeah, this candle, the high was 47,250. So daily support now is 47,250. You're likely nicely above it. You do have to come back to the 21-day moving average. If you keep pumping like so, you're going to have to come back down to the 21-day moving average. I like more of a pump. The further up we pump, the better, because then we can pull back. And when we pull back, we cannot break the support when we have to come touch the 21. This is an extended move. We're getting into overvalued territory, 100%. 100%. The crypto fear index is getting into 70. It's telling you it's time to take some profits. If you're in an altcoin that's following this move to the upside and you're in some huge gains, you may want to distribute. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying you should be taken as financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence before getting into any project, coin, or trade. All right. Shout out to all of you fine souls. David, we love you. Okay. Hey, Sam, just wanted to say thank you. Joined the 99 on Thursday, and I already 10x the first monthly subscription. Amazingly, group and team. Wow, dude. He already 10x'd what he put in. So it's like it paid him to come in here. I give you guys so much knowledge, it should pay you to come on into the trading group because I give you so much education and knowledge. And I know that it changed my life and got me where I'm at. So how could it not change your life and get you where you're at? Every single day, from live trades to cool, the idea I just gave you here about how to trade Bitcoin. You could take a picture of this. You could do this for the rest of your life. I gave you one simple strategy that plays to pay. You'll get annoyed here and there when it comes up every once in a while and comes back down, but you won't lose a lot. So what does it matter? You see, the whole point is when you could lose 10 of these and you really won't even lose that much money. One of them will pay for freaking 15 of them. That's how beautiful this move is. I absolutely love trading this. And it even had a little Adam and an Eve here. Look at that. See the Adam and Eve double bottom? The curved bottom with the triangular move. I mean, it's just amazing how it always seems to spy. I always need to see that move. 49,000 still holding for Bitcoin. Absolutely beautiful. So let's go on now into that 4-hour time frame. So if we go to the 4-hour, it was in a beautiful little flag here, like so. And it was curving to the upside aggressively on the stochastics. They still have massive legs. So let's zoom into this 4-hour flag. It looks to me like it's just getting started. Previous resistance became support. That's the SR flip there for 47,768 for BTC. And I'd opened up a long yesterday that I've been holding the whole time and eventually was able to sell in to profit here earlier this morning. This 4-hour says I'm about to continue. We are negating the bearish divergence completely. And that's what I'm saying. One thing I will tell you is you could say, hey, this was swing down. This was swing up. That was the bearish div. Then look, this came down. This came down. They match each other now. The swing up and the swing down, though, I don't know. It's still, to me, is some bearish divergence. You're overbought on the RSI. Could be a perfect place to get into a short for our rally back to the downside. Again, the perfect place to get into a long is when we're dumping hard. The perfect place to get into a short is when we're pumping hard. People always will get euphoric into a pump. However, we're breaking above key resistance areas, and that's what's got me, but they could be doing a bull trap. Getting people all excited to reverse the price. However, the Stokes tell me there's more to come here. So I would be looking for a flag on the 15-minute, on the 7-minute time frame in order to get myself in position for another move. Let me get rid of that. And the 1 minute sometimes is what we need because the price action is just moving too well. And again, even though, remember, it was two Mondays ago, we had an insane move, right, for Bitcoin, and it was pretty awesome. Shout out to 49,000 for Bitcoin. Let's go, baby. Let's get it up. You got to stay motivated every single day of your life. This is it. This is it. You have one life to live, baby. There's nothing better than being positive and pushing yourself into high frequency vibrational energy form. You can do this. Meditate. Relax. Tell yourself you can. You are the best. 50,000 coming for Bitcoin possibly here on the 1 minute flag here to the upside. It could just get pinned. 50 minute and the 7 minute both just want to continue to pump. 50 minutes a little roof though. 1 minute, the 1 hour could be the one that just says, I don't care. I'm going to take us to the upside. If it happens on this flag on the 1 minute time frame to the upside. I do see some bearish dip forming here too though. So it's defying all bearish divergence Bitcoin on this Monday. This would be the next thing I'm looking for. This flag on the 1 minute to go to 50,320. 50K is going to be a significant thing. Once we hit 50K, the whole world's going to go crazy. And everyone's going to be like, damn, I should have bought under 50K. And I kept telling everyone below 50,000 is a steal. I kept saying it over and over and over and over again. People did not listen. I said it so many times. Okay. But again, need I digress? We're getting a little overbought here. I'm seeing a bearish divergence on the RSI as this price action's falling. Or you could say there was the bearish dip. We came back down. Now we're somewhat matched again to go on another little rally here. And there it goes. 49,230 for Bitcoin doing damage. And we got an order up here for BOOKMAP. Link to description to BOOKMAP. Global Plus. You can't get it any less expensive than I use it here. Through my link. 50,000 is beautiful here. That's the biggest order we see on the board is a 50K order for Bitcoin. So Bitcoin suggesting it's on its way to 50K. This trade right here is already in the money from 49,950. We might even open it there at 49,138, but now it's continuing to crush it. I see this going to 50,380 in the next 5 to 10 minutes. Again, who knows? I could be wrong. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. But this is the trade I'm looking at right here. You can already swing this to break even, basically, and ride, risk-free. Could easily get stopped out. Let's see what happens here. There is a bearish div, but there's heavy FOMO now. Now you have basically the ETF people buying because they have to keep stacking Bitcoin, and they don't want to overpay, and they see the price going up, and they're fighting over it, so they're going to keep driving the price up against each other. Makes sense. You have retail who said I woulda, coulda, shoulda, who's now jumping on in and like, dang, right? And then you even have like institutions and other people that are like, man, I could have bought some more Bitcoin. You got Michael Saylor, and then you have the halving coming, and people saying, man, the halving's coming. I really need to get into Bitcoin here before it's too late. So you have so many catalysts. They're also printing money to zero. They're going to continue to print money, as I've told you. And if you don't believe me, you can do your own research. The fiat currency graveyard, history of monetary folly, 1959 to 2018, U.S. money supply. They've been printing money like this. And then in the last 4 years, even worse. If you add it on, it's like, it's crazy. U.S. dollar purchasing power during the 20th century has just been depleted. And look at all the fiat currencies that at 10,000 rubles, 5 million. Why would you need a $5 million bill? Because you printed so much money that you have to basically, a dollar keeps losing so much value. It loses 1 million times its value. And you have to print a dollar that can hold 1 million at once. It's insane. So even just the physical existence of these dollars tells you that when you print money to zero, it turns into a horrible, horrible thing. It depletes the value of the populace. Anyone who saves or has a savings of 10 to 20 years gets completely annihilated. Real estate goes up, and it goes up in an inflated ratio because it's not real. It's an improvised value, right? But this is just kind of the lessons of life. So when I studied history, I was able to figure out what was likely going to happen in the future, right? They were going to, by looking at all those, like I studied the history of fiat currency. It told me they're likely to print most fiat currencies to zero. So it tells me they're going to print the dollar to zero. There's going to be a $100,000 bill, maybe. I don't know, but that's what history says. Is history always right? No, but it tends to rhyme. It gives you a pretty good idea of what's likely going to happen. Like I traded the 200 SMA today based on history, because every time I see price action get above that, we get a pretty nice move to the upside. Now I wish I had kept my trade open. I would have been sowing the money. I don't know how many times I do that. But I got a whole boatload of things that I'm long on right now, and I'm super, super happy with the outcome. So, yeah, God bless that, and God bless each and every one of you. If you want to jump on in and trade where we trade, MEXC has the lowest fees in the game. Zero spot maker and taker fee. And you can KYC yourself with a Palau ID, and there you go. You're spot on. Picture ID and everything else connected. You're ready to go. 0 spot maker and taker fee, 0% future maker fee, 0.1% future taker fees. Over at MEXC. All around the world, we have traders who trade globally around the world. Watching the channel, we appreciate you. And stay blessed. We thank you so much for being here. Hey, Sam, just wanted to say thank you. Join the 99 on Thursday and already 10x the first monthly subscription. All amazing group and team. I can't believe Dad and 4Explorer already jumped into the group and 10x his money. Insanity. Bitcoin playing football, 49ers, false move Monday. I had to keep asking you to explain why you rely on the STOK when it's a lagging indicator. They will print Bitcoin to 1 million. Every indicator is not a lagging indicator if you use it all the time. For instance, if you constantly use the stochastics, I find it not to be a lagging indicator, to be honest. To me, I use it as a leading indicator, but you know, my mind interprets the information differently because I've given my mind way more time than you have in the charts. So I know more about the Stokes than you do. You're just thinking what you've read. I know what I've actually experienced. I don't go on what I've read, I've actually done it. So whatever you think or believe about trading really will change when you just put yourself into it all the time. And that's the same thing with everything in life, you know? You know a friend who's a mechanic, you know people who do this, you know people who do that, but until you do it every single day and you immerse yourself in that field to the point of no return, you don't really know the true essence of all the details. And even me, I still am learning with all the hours and hours I have. And that's why I almost feel bad for newbies, because I'm like, man, to catch up to me, you have 1,000 hours, you have 1,000 days of just constant. I've seen so much more price action than the average human being at this point, right? My brain has surpassed the average person. I sat here and just watched price action. Anyone that's been trading, if you haven't put in the hours that I have, you don't know as much as I do, period. You know, and I have a very good retentive memory. And so, bang, these things. So I'm going to teach you how to become great. Do it every single day. Forget about me. Throw me out the window. It's about you. Don't throw me out the window. But it's about you. It's about the fact that you can do this. Thirst is a lagging indicator, but we still use it to know when to drink. Interesting. I'm thirsty. And look, this 30-second chart's about to bang out this flag to the upside for Bitcoin. And I see us going to 50,000 today, right now, in front of the whole world. Bitcoin to 50K. We're going to scream 50K watch party coming for Bitcoin. How many people do we got here? Let's go. 1,400 people, 1,500 people. Let's go all the way to 2,000 people. Let's get the likes up to the watches. What are you waiting for? This is the greatest watch party on earth, baby. 50,000 Bitcoin. 2 months before the halving. Can we do it? It looks like the Stokes are setting up for a pretty massive move here on the flag. I want to see the like button getting hit. It's still at 412. It's not moving. Are you kidding me? You people don't know how to hit a like button? What are you? What are you, slow over here? What are you, can't move over here? What are your hands don't work over here? What is your thumb ain't? Your thumb, you can't move your thumbs? What do you got, a pointy finger that don't work over here? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. 49,430. I mean, can you believe what a move we've had on a Monday morning? Just like 2 weeks ago, we just had a beautiful bullish Monday. We had no false move, and we crushed the market. Let's get these likes up to 1,000 likes. Come on, man. Only 100 of you people hit the like button when I get hyped like that? If I was watching your channel, I'd hit the like button, baby. I wouldn't play games with your life. I'd support you. If I knew you and you were doing something special, I'd show up to it. I'd say, hey, man, you're doing a little event over there? I'll take my kids over there. I'll support you. I saw Girl Scout cookies out there yesterday. Gave them $50. I didn't even take any cookies. Because I don't like the cookies. They're bad for me. But come on, man. Every time I see somebody, I give. I never, ever, ever waste a moment to give. And the like button is just a beautiful moment to give. Like 1,700, 800 of you people are missing a moment to give. I don't understand. Every single moment is a chance to give in this life. Every single moment is a chance to give in this life. Let me say it again. Every single moment is a chance to give back to somebody else. Right now, I'm teaching you how to play the 200 SMA. I don't need to teach you that. I have that down packed. That pays me. I'm showing you. Hit the like button. Send some respect. I don't know what happened to society these days. The like button should be off the ringer. Everyone should be appreciative. Insanity. So anyway, I'm watching ORNJ too. I'm tight in this coin right now. Now if it loses this, I also see this kind of Adam and Eve feel. And if it loses this level, falls down to the 200 SMA, and I got curving moving averages telling me it may bail on me too. You know? This one's getting tight, but I liked it if it stayed here, see? Second it loses these angles, the angles are important to me. It's not supposed to lose that angle. It's double bottoming, and it does follow Bitcoin. So you would think, this thing would just get a Bitcoin pump with the move for Bitcoin. But only time will tell. There we go. We're getting closer and closer. This 30-second flag now is in the money. If you got in at 49,400, you're in the money again at 49,650. Let's go to 50K, baby. Let's do it. We're so close. And I'm actually, it's so crazy. I get sad when Bitcoin pumps. And everyone's like, why? Because I know that I won't be able to buy it at the prices that I had it at ever again. Like, those were gone. Like $25,000 Bitcoin, like the days I did that. And that's why I was there. People will look back on the time that you joined my trading group, because if you did, like, you had a moment in time that you may never have gotten back. And you learned it with me at the right time. Like, I have changed so many people's lives at the right time. How to get a KYC ID for US traders? Go to Palau ID. I'll show you right now. Get yourself a Palau ID today and KYC on any exchange. Right here. Here's the referral too. Hook me up if you want. Get yourself an exchange here. Palau ID. All right. Right there. Don't play games. All right. God bless you, Sam. You changed my life. You guys changed my life. That's what I keep telling everybody. Everyone that joined the trading group changed my life. I had an obligation and a responsibility to change all your lives then. I believe in God. You're an honorable person. People start paying you $99 a month. Unless you're a complete, piece of nothing, you're going to give everything you have to change those people's lives. I mean, to me, $99 is a lot when I was struggling back in the day, And I respect every penny that goes through my hands. I'm watching Bitcoin here on the 30-second chart now, making another flag to the upside. This is what happens when Bitcoin gets crazy. It's the smaller time frames that you have to use to figure out what the next move is. Now, and then we gave you this beautiful flag that already blasted to the upside from 49,000 all the way there. I got into a trade earlier this morning and talked about it. So what a beautiful day it is to be alive for Bitcoin. What happened to the... It's gone. There was a... I thought we had a move there, my stop and take profit. So everybody shorted the market. They pulled that 618 fib and they decided, I'll just short Bitcoin. I see a lot of people like, my short's going well right now. And I'm like, yeah. And I saw someone say that here right here. They're like, my short's up already. And I was like, I wouldn't short Bitcoin before a halving. It's not a smart idea. I would just buy dips. You know what I mean? Because when you're focused on shorting, you're not focused on dip buying. I just feel like you execute the best when you have a full focus. 100%. I don't like to do two things at once. Like, I don't do that short and long game. I don't do that because I'm fully I want the universe to complement exactly what I'm going for. When I'm short and long, the universe can only complement both things. But I guess, if that's my plan, the universe can hit that plan too. So whatever your plan is, the universe will move with it, or God will help you achieve it. So look, 50K, there we are right here. And there's our big boy at 50,000. It's like we're going to 50K and we're going there now. I took profit on my short. It was just the scalp. God bless you. Quick, everyone, buy 10K and pump it. Orange still above support. Looking good. Thank you. Does this mean DXY and Bitcoin is friends now? ETF. We have years to play games. It's time to hold on cold. Amen. I want 50K and I want it now. I know we do. We all do. Let's say it again together. Ready? Everyone in your chair. 1, 2, 3. We want 50K and we want it now. All right. 49,700. We're pumping. The next 30-second chart is getting ready for the next move. If you missed the last few moves, this could be the nice one. It is getting, every time I get into a smaller flag, it gets riskier and riskier each time as the divergence starts to pull us further and further away from momentum. Right here, swing up to swing up. That swing flat, we're starting to get a bearish div. However, we will defy the bearish div to 50K. There's a huge order to 50K. It's very likely we're going to 50,000. 50,000 watch party. Here we go, baby. When we break 50K, what do you think's going to happen, baby? Are we going to keep pumping or are we going to dump immediately? I believe we break a nice candle above that. Strong support. Bitcoin closed above 48,000. This is unbelievable what's happening right now. And we're going to see this long up to $50,000 for Bitcoin. Somehow I was lucky enough to bang 98% gains. Justin Cashmore, we love you. It happens, man. When you open up a trades, eventually one stays open randomly. Yeah, I've learned that too. You just trade hard enough, eventually one hits. You're like, oh man, I did leave that 50x level open at that level. It didn't get hit, you know. I just want 50K so I can see a great short setup. Oh, wow. Wow. 50K, then straight ripped to 60. Floki is going to be epic. I need it at 54,000. You don't need anything. Don't say you need anything. You already have everything you need. God gave you everything you need already. The quantum theory of all your rewards are already there. Like you already have a Cadillac Escalade waiting for you outside right now. You just don't know it. I'm telling you. Everything in the universe is waiting for you. And maybe you don't even want that. Maybe there's a farm out there. Maybe it's not. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying, the essence of success is waiting for you. You just have to tap in and begin to do it. If you're unmotivated, if you're depressed, it's not going to be there. You got to work out. You got to get yourself going. There's a way to get your mind going. It's through working out. You can beat procrastination through working out. And if you find something you're passionate about, it's very hard to procrastinate when you're passionate about something. Like I'm addicted to the charts. I love the charts. It's very hard to procrastinate when I'm in the charts. You know what I mean? Like how would I not want to work for my trading group and get you guys everything you need? It's what I love to do. Look, we're at 770 here. It's getting crazier here. For some reason, we're flatter on this Binance move. There we go. But this shows me that we're already at 770. It's like this is a lagging. This is like this the spot price is lagging right now a little bit. Wow, now it's floating down. It's weird they're not matching. Let's take a look at the perps here and make sure and see what the perps are saying. Okay, 688 now on the perp. Yeah. So now we're toying with a flag resistance for Bitcoin at 49,700. All right. Low stochastics are telling me there's a good chance we get to move further back to the upside. Floki is going to be epic. You say that one more time, we will kick you out of the stream. Okay. I feel myself like a millionaire when I see Bitcoin rise like this. Oh, yeah. Caddy Sports Platinum, baby. How did you know, man? How do you know about that Sport Platinum? So, look, we're about to make a move here to 50K. Here it comes right now for Bitcoin. This flag is about to break. Hard body to the upside, right? Supportive resistance flip, smaller time frame, 3-to-1 risk reward ratio. We're going for 50,853. That's just what the measured move says. I don't defy measured moves. 49,530. And look, I love this trade because you risk $89, right, for $570. If I trade this 10 times and I lose it 7 times, I lose 7 times 90, $630. I lose it 3 times, I win 3 times, I win $1,500. So I only have to win this 3 out of 10 times to be a very profitable trader, to be up very nicely in my trade. So you just got to learn how to keep taking trade. That's what I've learned. Scared money does not make money. And the risk reward ratio now goes to a 5-to-1 basically here on this flag. I'm still waiting for confirmation. And I'll keep another window open here. And there is some bearish div that's going to easily dump on me. And it's false move Monday. I don't have to force it. But we want 50K and we want it now. Look at that, 49,700 getting a bit of a crazy quick move here. It's weird. I got 790 on the APIs though. Bybit, OKX, and Binance Futures. Their pricing's a little different. It's kind of telling me this is lagging. We might actually get this to follow suit. That would be a nice ballsy buy on the lows there. We're not low on the stochastics just yet. We're toying with the 200 SMA here on the 1 minute, on the 1 second. 1 second showing signs of a possible move out of rising wedge here, right? Only time will tell. Now, I already won this morning, so if I lose this trade, then I'll even out. And so I can basically take this trade kind of very risk-free, right? And we got the order above us telling us we're going there. I'm going to jump into the long and take it on a false move Monday. We'll see what happens. Very, very close to the bone. All right. Can't live in fear, so we'll see what happens. They could even dolphin dip it and flip it. I've seen that happen too. And I'll be okay with whatever the outcome is. I've already lost $100. I move on from there. Okay. That's how I play my trades. I know what I'm willing to risk and I can handle the loss. But I like the risk-reward ratio. That coaxes me into the trade. And here's the intensity of the trade on the 1 minute chart. And again, don't do this if you don't know what you're doing. I've been doing this for over a year now, almost every single day. And I have a lot of trades under my belt. I have a lot of data behind this. So when I do it, you know, it's a $25,000 trade, $700 at 35x leverage. We'll see what happens here. If we can get that move to 50K, it would be awesome. False move Monday as we wait on the 1 minute candles. Can you feel the tension? Can you feel the anxiety? Can you feel the buildup? 1,000 or more people watching me. I could lose in front of everyone like a complete fool. Or I can shine like the man I am. We don't know what's going to happen. And I have to throw my hat out there and play it to the wind. And you know what? Anything is possible here. It's a quick $9. We'll see what happens, though. I'm not really, you know, right? Don't count your chickens here. The fact that the stochastics reset while price action went sideways is a very good sign. We could get a move here to the upside. Shine like a star, babe. Shine like a diamond. Like a diamond. Shine like a diamond. We're with you, Sebi. Shout out to Rave Song Records. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Start your day with a good deed. And hit that like button. I love it. I love it. We get to 800. I see the other exchange is kind of front running me. So like I see we're already hitting 800 on the other exchange. And see a bunch of people are piling on the shorts right now because they figure it can't keep going up. So now we're going to get so all we need is a bigger whale to keep buying Bitcoin. And so they don't realize that maybe there's not enough Bitcoin on the exchanges and people are going to keep buying it. There's 800, there's 8. Now you're in the money now. You can't hate on me now. You're in the money. You can move your stop to break even and take those gains. Those juicy fat gains if you want. It's up to you. If you were at way higher leverage than me, then you could be up 150 bucks already, right? If you're at 100 leverage, you're already up 90 bucks on the same trade. Playing this thing very close to the bone. Wow, that's a solid candle, though. And there's a really nice squeeze to the upside. There we go, baby. That's what we need. You can shave a little bit of the stop now at this point, you see? Just a little bit. Because we're gaining on the other end. We've broken above some key resistance points. Sometimes I go to the 1 second and I start looking at levels that we're breaking back above. Like here, we broke above this now. And we got above the 200 SMA on that 1 second chart, which is a good sign. Try to ride the stop loss now. Make sure you don't want to break, we break back inside here. It kind of negates this move, right? So you need this to continue. You break back inside here, you break the 200 SMA, no good. See, that's kind of ends the trade. To me, that makes it pretty sketchy. I wanted that to stay above its 200. Get back above that 200 SMA 1 second. Don't play this game on me. Don't play this game. Get back above the 200 and go on your way. Don't do this to me. There you go. All right. There you go. It skipped some price action there. I got some loss of data there. There we go. Stay above this yellow line. Stay above this. So I'm looking for this 1 second's got to stay above this yellow line. Super important for me. Come on, don't do that. No, bounce. No. Hold. Nope. See, nope. There it is. That's no good. That's no good. There's a bearish divvy here now starting to form. There it goes. Stay above that 200, man. We're waiting for one of these nice big moves away from the 200. Look, a nice double bottom there. That could really plow us ahead. And there we go. Back to the 1 minute. And don't do this at home. If you don't know what you're doing, please don't do this at home. Okay? You get yourself hurt out there. You lose your girlfriend. You lose your girlfriend's girlfriend. Nobody will like you anymore. You'll be broke. You'll have no money. You would leverage trade yourself to zero. And then you'll 100x then you'll borrow money from your mom and 100x her money, and then you'll be broke. So if you don't have any education leverage trading, don't do it. It's not for people that don't know what they're doing. You must know what you're doing. You must have a plan set. You must know exactly how you want to execute the plan. All right. At this point, I can shave a little more of the stop. Now the trade's really not that big of a trade. Look, I could lose $34 or I could gain 54. The worst I could lose now is $34. You get it? I'm in very low risk in the trade. The 50K watch party continues for the lifers. I'm trading here on MEXC using 35x leverage, $700. Okay? You don't have to be a big shot. It's all about compounding and making more gains than you had before. We're now at 49,950. We're on our way to 50,000. We're so close. We were just $50 away from 50K. We just wicked all the way to 966. Wow, now back to 8. This is just an insane, can you feel the tension here on a Monday? Pretty insane, right? Pretty intense. Up 700 on the demo. It's the biggest trade I've ever made. Let's go. Purple power. Floki is about to be epic. All right, you're out. That's it. Yep. You are being timed out on the channel for 24 hours. You come back, you do that again. You say, I told you, I warned you 7 times. I told you 17 times over here. I said, hey, you say that Floki shite over here. Sorry, you say that Floki business over here. Get out of here. And I didn't say the word. I said the other word, but hey. Dude, we're about to hit 50K. 49,950. Let's go, baby. Don't make me look like a fool. Get me paid in front of everyone and hit 50K. Stop doing this. I came every single day. The least you could do is pay me back, huh? Give me my 50,000 over here. Probably a spot, Bam and Floki. You guys are funny. Sing it, everybody. We want 50K and we want it now. 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 Let's go. 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 We want 50K and we want it now. We want 50K and I think we can get 50K, baby, but you never know. Who cares what I think? I like taking game. Now it's overbought on the Stokes and we're getting some bearish divvy. It's telling me to bail on the trade. For now, I'm out. Oh, it didn't get me. All right. Oh, it did fill me at the last second. Watch, now it's going to pump out of nowhere. Go to 50K, baby. What I like about this is now I'm up 2 trades in a row today already. So I can risk half of those trades now and still be up on the day. You get it? So every trade now is just the kind of I can only risk half of what I've made today, and that's it. And then I go home. So I'm going to win today no matter what. You get it? You got to make it a winning day. And how did I sell that local top so far? Well, is this bearish div here just kind of... So let's see this now. This broke out. To me, this is kind of flagging. We're going to take a look at the DXY in a second, too. I really want to see what's happening to the DXY. Shout out to anyone here in Boston. We're getting a snowstorm tonight or into tomorrow. I guess it starts tomorrow morning at sunrise at about 4 in the morning. Looks like we're going to get some nice snow, though. It's sad because my daughter loves sledding, but, she's 9 years old. And, we got here when she was 5 or 4. And we didn't get to sled that much in New York City. It wasn't the same. I'd have to take her to Central Park or something. It just wasn't the same experience. Here, we live in nice rural areas and there's hills everywhere and parks to go to and no one bothers you. And you saw I sold that local top like a boss. Can you believe I sold that right there? How did I see that? It's false move Monday and I'm still weary. And I just don't get caught in the euphoria. And I like winning when I'm live. I'd rather take an 80 win than lose in front of everybody. And I'm just being honest. If you were, and I kept telling that to someone else the other day, I said, the next time you're in a trade, act like you're like me in front of 1,000, 1,500 people. I said, and you're up, take your ups. When you're down, you know what I mean? Because you don't know. Now we breached this 21. You're going to come down to this 200 SMA, and that's 48,500. Even the 1 minute chart can teach me a lot, at least coming back down to 49.9 and 8. All right. So look, they almost got us to 50K. And now the short begins here. Now, when I begin a beautiful short, we're going to break that down in a second and talk about it. So look, that panned out too. Break to even, sell exactly, don't be greedy. That's what I did. And I was able to take advantage of yet another trade. Okay? It's about not being greedy. All right? Bitcoin to 15K by 4 p.m. Not new to Bitcoin investing, but new to trading. Thank God I found your channel. I will be a 99er. Shout out to Bade. I love that you know what the 99 is already like it's like a known thing. Wow, all the way back to 600. That's how quick, but it's not too bad. It's a Monday. So we're going to get rid of this, what we just did here. But look, we called that move right there for you from 49,000 all the way to 49,900 and it took like 2 or 3 minutes. I called this move for my trading group when we got above the 200 SMA. We found another flag earlier. This is the channel that's going to show you how to tackle price action in real time. Other people are going to show you their strategies. They're going to make a recorded video once a day. But this channel is going to show you how to tackle price action in real time. And then if I can show you how to do it in real time, then you can do what everyone else is teaching you, which is the strategy stuff, right? You know what I mean? It's harder to teach, to show real time. A lot of these people too, we don't know if their strategies really work, so they can't show you at real time. We don't know. We just don't know. They don't give us enough information from their YouTube channel. We can't convey enough information. That was my issue. I watched all the YouTubers you did. Trust me. And all of them serve a great purpose in certain ways. And, okay, hits 50 Coinbase. Well, that's funny. Moderation activity will be shown. I kind of like that. So I can see what we're doing over here. Shout out to the fan funding. And it's not over for 50K, everybody. I think everyone's like, oh, is it done? No, there's a chance we're still going here. These are small time frames. The 1 hour is still locked and loaded. And it's got a beautiful bullish engulfing. And we're well above. Look, we're well up. 49,006 is now was a very crazy support zone. That's now a resistance we broke above too. What a huge move for Bitcoin on the morning from this 48. And honestly, I saw bearishness at the beginning of the day. Not until we got back above the 5 minute 200 SMA did I start to see that we were bullish. I caught it at the last second, just kind of grabbed it like a helicopter taken away, But I do teach you guys this strategy every single day. And tight moving averages tell me that a move is coming to the upside, and we did make a bit of a flag here. And yet a lot of people that were bearish. So when everyone's bearish, you got to use that fear to your advantage. 21 and the 200 are far apart. That usually tells me we're going to start, it's a stress test for overvalued assets. Okay. And now they're going after anyone who longed too late with liquidation. They're going to go after you now. Let's take a look at what the liquidations look like for a split second. I'll show you this indicator that I've used for a long time, the Lifer Liquidator by M Lapidations. I like this thing. The Liferator, right? Where did I put the liquidator? Lifer Liquidator. Look at all these crazy, was that it? Was that the Liferator? Yeah, there. No. No, that's not the Liferator. Hold on. Lifer Liquidator. There you go. And I like it on the 15 usually. Give it about a few seconds, 20 seconds. And it's going to show us, on either end what's going down. Still high probability of 50K coming. The cool about scalping and then getting an ability to get into another flag is now you have buffer zones for your stop losses. Meaning you scalp $200. You wait. You scalp another $200. It also shows you that you're not afraid of FOMO. Like I sold right there because if I was afraid of it keep going up and I was afraid of missing out, then I wouldn't have been able to sell. So right then when I sold, I defied fear. And every time you defy fear, you do something good for yourself too, your character and who you are. Whether it's a trade, whatever you're doing. So today, I opened up a trade in front of 50, over 1,000 people. That's not easy to do. Be honest, I don't care if it's $5. I don't want to lose even a $5 trade, especially when I'm a claimed known guru. The crazy thing is no one knows what trades are going to play out or not. So for me to even take the probability, because today could be the probability of the trade not playing out. I could even have a rut for 2 or 3 days, and it could just happen. It doesn't, thank God. I'm pretty accurate, but it could happen. And then everyone will be like, oh, this guy, he's not good at what he says he does. He's so full of it. You take such a risk when you live trade, especially when your business is live trading and you're teaching people to do it. I thank God every day because I put myself on a limb. That's another reason why when you're on YouTube, you're just going against so much risk, right? So shout out to everyone that supports me, that shows up to the channel, and I really appreciate it. So remember, and I'm telling you, it's a really good thing to do. Next time you're in a trade, act like there's 1,500 people watching you and ask yourself, would you want to lose this in front of everyone or would you want to take the gain? I guarantee you, if you think that over and over again, your portfolio will be more green than it was before because you'll start to realize that taking the gain was the best thing for you. And that's really what it meant, right? So shout out to the 1,775 people here on the live, 928 likes. Unbelievable how many people we have here today. So this is showing us how many liquidations are happening here. And we can see the 100x, the 50x, and there's just way more longs to be had now. So it does suggest that we could go further to the downside than to the upside, but there's no guarantees for that. I'm just showing you this is 100, this is the 50, 25, that's the 50, that's the 100x. And then back the other way again too. This is Midnight Shuttle by Brendan Moeller. We listen to a lot of Brendan Moeller here on the channel just in case you wanted to know. All right. Look at that beautiful bounce we just got to off of 49,008 or 49,006. So now people are like, man, I may never get Bitcoin lower than these. It's just people are going to, the way Bitcoin's starting to FOMO, it could get crazier than, my mind just said, man, this Bitcoin FOMO could get bigger than you even realize. I don't even think the people that know Bitcoin, I don't think we realize how crazy it can get. So look, that's basically a symmetrical triangle that's about to blast to 50K. And now it looks like the 1 minute's about to go to 50K again. So we're going to delete all our old work. We're going to go back to that 1 minute. We're going to flag it out. We're going to attempt to get to 50K one more time. We avoided the stop hunt. We sold at the top of that rally, right? With just impeccable timing, which, call it luck, call it whatever you want. I don't know what it is. I don't know how I was able to sell that local top like a boss, but I did it. You'll be able to do these things too. You'll be able to grow $1,000 to 4,000. You'll be able, you'll be consistent. You'll look back on your trades back. I'm a consistent trader over time. Okay. Let's go back to the bigger time frame here. I don't mean to keep flashing that other coin too. I'm in orange. So you'd like orange to get a bit of a pump. I really got to take a peek at the DXY too. That's very important to me right now. I also want to take a look at my baby Mara. Shout out to anyone that jumped into Mara with me at when the time we did there on the channel. Wow. Mara 2666, baby, with a massive pump to the upside on the day. And that was, look, shoulder, head, right shoulder. And look, I love how this plays out. I pulled my Fibonacci. That's the 618 retracement. That was told you when it was time to buy Mara again at 16. And you're already up 10 on 16 on the Mara buy. Double bottom here. I called this out again for you as sweet as sauce. I don't know what else I could do. I show you how my system works out over and over again by drawing Fibonacci's, waiting for high volume nodes, and finding a hidden bullish divergence. I was able to determine that was likely going to be the place of a push back to the upside. I have 41 coming for Mara. That's going to be massive gains for us as we started buying Mara at $879 area. Even dollar cost averaging in between 18 and 21. I'm very excited for Mara, and Mara's continuing to pump to the upside. I'm loving what I'm seeing from Mara. Let's take a look at Rumble. I talked about Rumble stock. And also, I see a bottoming out. 80% likely we're bottoming it out for Tesla here. And so I said Rumble. I liked Rumble at 702. likely headed all the way up to there to 961. You got to think about it. Rumble got pummeled to the ground, right? But more and more people are jumping on Rumble every day, and freedom of speech and all that. So to me, Rumble just is positioned for huge market share. It is, you know. So I'm watching just the stock itself hit resistance at 830. But so far, we hit our first area of resistance from a breakout of $7. I think I was messing with this on my phone. That's why. I got the next resistance right there, see? There's some more resistance too. We could get into the $10 region for Rumble. But the low was $3. Look, just in January, it's already up. Dang, almost a 3x. This thing, 2.5x for Rumble. And I just want to show you Tesla as well. I know I'm the crypto lifer, but you could trade anything. You could trade any stock coin in the market with what I teach you. Okay. That's a higher low right there for in the 3-day chart is beat. And telling me we're about to get a bit of a bounce here. You call it a broadening falling wedge too as well. And they play to the upside. They break out just like a falling wedge breaks out. So that's telling me that Tesla is a screaming buy right now. Something's brewing for Tesla. And then in the next year, next October, we could sell it for 800 at a 3x. Just a quick 3x for Tesla. Not amazing, but not too bad either. So I'm speculating on a possible 3x for Tesla, buying anywhere between probably 175 and 191. If we lose this level, fine, 90. Some people are saying they're waiting down for $40 Tesla. I just don't know if you're going to get that. There's a chance, though, because you did lose the 200 SMA on the weekly, that you do see lower lows. Here's the deal. If we get right back above this and close a weekly candle, that would be a key area to buy in for a safety swing. If you really like this long term and you've been buying it your whole life, you're into it, then this is a perfect time, in my humble opinion. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying you should be taking as financial advice. But for me, the charts are telling me it's a perfect time to buy. You're low on the weekly. I like low weeklies personally. When I trade the stock market, I trade the weekly only. Basically, I don't trade any other time frame but the weekly. I use the other time frames to figure out like the 3-day and the daily to execute my entries. But I really don't look at any smaller time frame than the weekly when I trade the stock market. All my stock market plays, I'm in for at least a year or two. I want to make sure I'm getting in on a money printing year, and I'm selling off as they stop printing money. 2024 is a money printing year because they have no choice. They've got all these things. It's also an election year. They both try to hold face. All of Congress tries to hold face for Congress itself. Everybody's paying more attention to Congress in general. So they print more money. We know they're going to continue to print more money. I studied history, and history tells us that's what's going to happen. All right. So every time I tell you something, I'm not blowing wahoo up your wow. I'm showing you exactly the truth, why something is, and why I thought it was logical to believe that. I never come out of nowhere with just some random, this is what, Weird request. Trump 20 on Mexi looks interesting. Shout out to Ed McCracken. Thank you. Shout out to Staz. Shout out to Dad Foreign Explorer. And we love everybody here on the channel. Shout out to everybody here. Amazing group of people. And God bless you. This may be the biggest stream we ever had with 1,800 concurrent viewers on the stream. Unbelievable. You people are amazing. Amazing. Shout out to the new members jumping on in. Shout out to all the people watching. We love you and we appreciate you. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. 1,000 likes today would be absolutely amazing. And we'd appreciate it. May we check my boy DYM. Let's take a look at DYM for you. We looked at it earlier. Seems to be double bottoming, but it fell out of the channel. Look at it on the weekly. It's just boom, right? So we had it in this beautiful bull pennant. It looked nice, but the second it loses the 45-degree angle, it's a wrap. But it did a double bottom here. So is there a chance it double bottoms? Finding some strong support. You have to remember, people are making a lot of money APYing, so they don't have an incentive to want to sell it off. It does, to me, look somewhat like a descending triangle, and it has a flatter bottom with a moving top, which is usually more bearish, that we could get a break to the downside. Getting some mixed signals, and you have a gap of the VRVP. Could break you further down to 598. Then we have 10.67. Almost an Adam and Eve double top vibe, too, in a way. And not a lot of information, but below the 200 SMA on the 15. The 7's really your go-to at the moment. So you got a double bottom. You have strong support at 690. But you have a strong resistance, too, at 739. People are APYing and making money, but once they get their stake out and they get a little scared, they may kind of sell off, too. A lot of people also got this airdropped and got in early. They might have staked that immediately. Now they might start taking their stake and start selling half the stake for profit, right? Tells me we could get a bit of a move here. Bitcoin getting tumbled down to 49,520. Good thing we didn't make that trade at the time. All right. And we're out the market just sitting pretty right now. Looking for more confirmation from Bitcoin. And look, kind of an Adam and Eve double top there, right? Chance we kept going. The 1 minute, I tell you what, they're playing. It's like they're going to take us to 50K, but they're trying to shake as much fleas off the dog as they can before the dog gets to glory, right? It's like they want to take us there, but they don't want everyone riding. Now remember, when the 21 and the 200 get far apart, it's likely we fall back down to the 200 SMA, or at least reach some type of support or resistance area. So let's pull ourselves out of this smaller time frame for a second. Let's delete all my work on these small time frames because it can be kind of encumbersome, and we can get a little lost in there. We use them to do the trade, but once the trade's over and the hype's over, we want to pull back. We want to see the market for what it is. Okay. So let's take a look. The 1 minute went really far away from the 21. Whenever you see that, that's a short squeeze, very likely. And a short squeeze isn't a gradual move up. And you're going to have to probably revisit the 21-day moving average. That's just what likely is going to happen here. You can pull a Fibonacci here, even on the local area, and see that 618 is going to be sitting somewhere at the 618. That'll always make me laugh, man. The 618. He's the guy. Shout out to Jason Casper. We love you. We appreciate you, brother. And God bless your newborn coming as well as mine, man. Having kids around the same time, pretty beautiful for both of us. I'm an old man. You're a young man, but you know what? It's okay. It's okay. I'm not that old. I shouldn't call myself an old man. But, I'm getting older for sure. Let's be honest. I'll be 41 in a couple weeks. But I'm not a couple weeks, but 2 months. I call it a couple weeks. But 2 months is a couple weeks when you're 41 years old. I'm saying. That's what you'll figure that out as you get older. You're 25 right now, 2 weeks takes you some time. Or 2 months, a month. 2 months is like a day or two when you're 40. So, a lot of people saying, should I buy more Bitcoin? Am I too late to buy Bitcoin? No one's ever too late to buy Bitcoin. It's always a good chance, but I remember I was texting my sister just down when it was at like 41 again, and I was like, man, this is the last chance maybe to get Bitcoin below 42,000. Anywhere between 35 and 40 is going to be an absolute steal. So look, we're overbought on the stochastic RSI. The 1 hour still has gas. And honestly, this could turn into a green candle and we could flush up to 50K. There's a lot of people continuing to short the market, and they're going to create liquidity for us to move to the upside. This is beautiful. They can't read the easy support and resistance. I love these people who short. They don't know how to use the weekly chart, and they don't know how to watch the weekly chart and watch weekly support and resistance. They're just the worst, right? So let's reset again and kind of go over what's happening. We've done a lot today, and a lot has happened in the market, and our brains are kind of scattered. We've seen price action go up, go down. It's all over the place. Let's come back to the weekly. Let's breathe, and let's see what's going on the bigger time frame. Our next two big resistance points are going to be 50,008 and 51,952K. So 50,800 really is the next resistance point. There's really not, a little bit right where we're at now. Fine at 50K. 49,997 right there with these two candles closed. See that right there? So 50,000 resistance for sure for Bitcoin. And we basically hit it. The high of the candle was 49,950 even. But, I thought we got a little higher than that, but 950 even was the high on the Binance USD chart on the spot. Yeah, on the on perpetual, we probably did go higher. Let's take a look at BTC USD.P, which is the MEXC perpetual. I haven't looked at the MEXC in a long time. Just want to see how high they went. They went 960.50. Nah, not too bad. All right. Okay. So, I just got too many lines here. I don't want to. It's just it's a little much for me personally. So there, right there, 47,142. That's going to be, as long as we close a daily candle above that, I'm good to go. We're good to go. And then we're at resistance, and we have two more resistances till we can plow all the way to basically here, to 60K. And then we could talk about where we are from there. Amazing. The weekly says we continue to the upside. So the weekly says for the next 5, 6, 7, 8 days, we're going to continue to pump. You know, the 7-day chart is super bullish and says we're about to pump. The stochastics are turning and look lovely. The 3-day chart have turned and we've gotten the pump. We're continuing. They say there's some more gas. We're not completely done yet. The 2-day chart says be careful. You're getting baked. The daily chart says be careful. You're getting a little overbought. The 22-hour chart says you're overbought. You're too far from the 21. The 12-hour says the same. My favorite sneaky 8-hour says you're also overbought and you need to pull back to the 200. Kind of a bearish divergence there too as well. Looks like we've hit a point here where we may have to start to pull back. If we close an 8-hour candle here in the next 7 hours and 37 minutes, so that's going to be, you know, we have a whole 8 hours basically. This will, so we'll watch this. In 8 hours, if this closes something like that, we're going to project to the flat. So keep that in your back mind. The 4-hour says we're going to continue, and as a bullish engulfing candle that wants to rip, I wouldn't be surprised if we continue to rip. So I'm going to stick with the 4-hour time frame now, and then I'm going to move to the smaller time frames to execute how I could play it. So now in the back of my mind, I see the 4-hour super bullish. I see the 1-hour still has legs. I might just have to take this flag again on the 5-minute or the 1-minute back to 50K. Let's go back to the drawing board here, and there may be another opportunity here to get into a trade to 50,000. That may have been the dip buy too at 49,450, but it was high risk. It was a high risk buy, like very high risk. You don't have to take that high of a risk if you don't want to. Three minutes in a flag. Legs to the upside, above 200s. Broke out of the initial resistance. We just ate a dip, and it seems like people are just feverish. You have to remember, there's a lot of people now fiending for Bitcoin. There's grimy politicians that know they should have gotten in early. There's executives that have figured it out and been waiting for a long time, and now they're just like, why did I wait so long? There's retail. There's people like me who just want more. There's Michael Saylor. There's people that study the halving. I mean, there's whole countries that are going down the tubes. There's El Salvador. Like, I'm not saying they're going down the tubes. I'm saying like they're a country that's grabbing it. I shouldn't have put them together because there's a country going down the tubes. Then there's also El Salvador, right? A country that's not going down the tubes. It's actually going the opposite way due to Bitcoin. All of society is benefiting from their initial Bitcoin input, right? So now I've got a 3-to-1. I could risk 130 for 391 to get to 50K. Low stochastics tell me that I have a good shot of possibly making it again, and we already did the dip, and somehow why didn't we get eaten? All right. I can also open the trade. If we get back above this level, I can double the trade at 50K and ride it up to 50,800. There should be a spillover when euphoria hits when we hit 50K. Should be that initial like, oh my gosh, right? These low stokes tell me there's a chance here for Bitcoin to go further to the upside. Who here's in a short right now does not want to hear that. I know there's someone here in the short. Just be honest. Who here's watching in a short right now and you're like, nah, don't say that. Don't say that. All right. Don't do that to me. Don't you now, Bobby. Don't you do that now, Bobby. Wow, my portfolio is shooting to the upside absolutely amazingly well. Nice equity trend there. Wow. Awesome to see. Caspa booming. Naka booming. Games for a living all right. Hello Token took a beat down. Got sold by the insiders in my humble opinion. That's what it's looking like, but we'll see. MAVIA doing well. S-Fun doing okay. Joystream took a beat down. Tara doing well. Orange Coin doing okay. ZETA doing very well. Very happy with my ZETA accumulation. My ZETA chain accumulation just seemed to be the smart move. All right. Stacks at 2 beans. I keep it out of the shorts. Every coin is looking super duper bullish. Bro, you're funny as... Thanks, man. I appreciate it. You guys think I could get into being a comic, you know? Get into comedy? You think I could? I had this one thing that I wrote years ago, and I was like, what's up with those fun size candy bars? You know, you go trick or treat and you get the fun size. I said, what's so fun about them? They're not bigger. They're not any better. They're not fun. Why do they call them fun size? Anyway, it's stupid, right? I was trying to make a joke off of like in the Jerry Seinfeld type of joke. You know, he does those like trading portfolio doing so good. I've pulled almost an ETH out over the past week. Let's go, lifers, all the way. Shout out to Desert Crypto. Everyone thinks they could do comedy, then they do comedy and realize they can't do comedy. Yeah. There's a quick $17 there, back up in the green as it took so long to make that adjustment. I had to really feel out that trade before it was right. Let them flush out the shorts and the longs first there. And you see me just navigating this market on a crazy Monday with heavy volatility, super calm on the 1 minute chart, 3 minute chart, just like calm as a cucumber, just executing. 1 minute's a little overbought there. Wish I had seen that. I don't like that. De es no bueno para mí. Es no bueno para mí. Es mi 3 minutos es más bueno. I don't want to look at the 1 minute, then I'm going to look at the one chart. I've done that. You look at the chart that looks better. And psychologically, it could keep you in a trade. Yeah, it's so fun. I've done it before, and I've actually won a trade when like the other trade would have kept me out. I was like, well, I'm trading the 3 minute now instead, you know. It's a battle. Let's take a look at this DXY. And it's all Bitcoin all day. You know, you could tell it's just one of those days where it's all Bitcoin. So DXY taking a nasty dump to the downside as a beautiful idea here. That's what we wanted. Where's that massive right shoulder that we were talking about? There it is. Rejection, right shoulder. If this rising wedge breaks to the downside, I will have you at hello. It'll start to pan out exactly as we wanted. Everything will kind of play out here, and then Bitcoin will get that pump to 50K. We'll solidify ourselves. Shoulder, head, shoulder. Massive dump for the dollar. Massive inflation. I guess the Fed will have to then come out and raise rates. I don't know how they do that because they won't be able to. They're going to be really stuck. And then they're going to, if they slash rates, what happens then? It almost looks like they're going to have to keep rates flatter than they wanted longer, but it's not going to affect our market because the dollar is going to drop so much it's going to push Bitcoin to the upside. Right? Bitcoin massive craze on TA Way. Yeah. I'm battling this now. Probably down $3, $6. No. I don't like even losing a tiny bit. But here now, now we're looking for, we have a low, we have a high, we have a low, we have a high, we want that to put in a higher low. Could take us all the way to $51,000 here for Bitcoin. All right. 49,777.60 here for BTC. Who's having fun with the lifer on a beautiful day? Who loves trading with the lifer? Who's had a blast ever since you've come to the live stream? Shout out to the 717 in chat revenue. You people are very blessed. Thank you so much for the chat revenue. That's very, very nice of you. You don't have to give, but you do. And I greatly appreciate it. Let's talk about my baby ZETA and why I think ZETA could be one of the biggest chains in the game. When I see something that can connect Bitcoin chain to every chain in the world and do numbers, look at ZETA pumping to 198 now. Sammy Cabanati, and I thought ZETA could come down even lower, but ZETA just continued to pump. And I never gave it an exact trade on this, I'll be honest. Like, get in here. I just said, I'm accumulating. I just tell them my trading group, I'm buying. And now I'm up nicely on my ZETA chain buys. So I can't complain. ZETA chain doing damage. And just when I know I study DeFi and I study the ecosystems, and when I see something that's multi-chain, I get very excited. To me, I'm a multi-chain is where I want to be. It's where it is. All right. So shout out to anyone that jumped into the ZETA chain. ZETA chain making gains, baby. Making gains. Love the lifer. Always fun watching your mind work. I got on ZETA, dumped all my Cadena for ZETA 1 week ago. CC airdrops. Sometimes you have to make a move. All right. BOOKMAP getting violent. Something brewing here. We're gyrating. Now he's got 50,005. Look, we got another order here kind of releasing the foreshadowment that we're going to go higher. Look, that order wasn't there before. We're going to 50,500, everybody. We're going to hit that order at 50,008. We're going to close the book on this deal. BOOKMAP's got the orders. We got the whales. We're positioning ourselves for our next big pump here to the upside for Bitcoin. We've been consolidating now for about 20 minutes. That's a really good sign. We would have dumped by now, showing signs that there's a buy pressure on either end here for Bitcoin. And that's what these patterns do. Patterns are teaching you a story of buy action. If you talk through the pattern, it's like, well, we liked it here. People took short-term profits. It came down, but the people that really wanted it couldn't let the people that took short-term profits pump the price lower. Then it got back up again. Now we're sideways for so long. Why? The Stokes have reset. That means we lost bullish momentum and came into bearish momentum, yet we didn't dump all the way. When you get movement on the Stokes, but you go sideways in price action, it tells you that usually you're getting some type of bullish vibration. That target's 51,023 for Bitcoin. All right. And again, even if I lose $100 in this trade, I'm still up on the day, but I still won't allow that even. 131 to 330 to 390 on the trade. But I'd probably cut it off if we lose this blue line at $50. Whether it goes up or down again, it doesn't matter to me. So we do have a possible bearish scenarios. We are hitting resistances, but now you got resistance at basically 50,000. 49,950 was our last resistance. The 1 hour's in like no man's land. Look, it's never been here really. It's been a long time since the 1 hour's ever been in this area. The 4 hour too, like you got to go so far back on the chart just to find out when we've been here before. Look, we haven't been at 50K since December of 2021. It's kind of crazy if you think about it, right? It's been 2.5 years of a bear market, everybody. Like, we went through an entire bear run. Like, what an insane, like, this was our lives. They dumped on our faces. I called the bottom. We kept buying. I called the hidden bullish divergence here. I called the hidden bullish divergence there. I called the fact that we were going to pump here based on that 5-day. I've been bullish every time I needed to be, but I've also been cautiously bullish and said, we never know. But it's been an amazing run, and my bank account shows that I've been bullish. Like, I put all my money where my mouth is during this entire run. That's another thing. I used to watch YouTubers. They taught me well, but I could never find out if they had any cojones, man. And I was born by an iron worker. My dad was a Harley rider. My dad was a kind of a crazy American guy, free spirit, love the Rolling Stones. And so that's just a little bit of who I am. And so I want you to show and prove, man, if you're going to rock with me. And so I figured if you were going to rock with me, I had to show and prove to you. So because I'm so hard on, who I'd like to rock with, I figured I had to perform at a high level for you to be part of my trading group. Right? I can't be like, hey, join my 99 and not be 100 and not show up every single day. What's more important than you guys? Honestly, my wife, God, and you guys, like, what's more important? If there's something in my life yesterday that was more important than streaming for you guys, no. I don't understand. That's my business. It's my life. What's more important than my life? Your life became my life. So if you combine other people's success with yours, that's how you become successful. That's the unity. So we are slumping now. You can see, like, what looked like a good story doesn't seem to be so great anymore. Kind of some bearish div. The RSI a little high. 1 minute hit resistance. The 1 hour hit resistance now. Kind of showing signs we'll come back to the 21-day moving average. Is there still faith we could jump back in? Kind of a shoulder head and a shoulder there. But to me, this is a very strange pattern now. Like, how many times have I traded something like this? Very rare. This looks very weird. It could still make some type of pattern, but I'll be honest, I'm not used to, like, you know, all this. And we're at 587 now. 52, oh no. And you can't stress. You got to know that a loss is a win is a loss. It's just, they're both opportunities that you took in the trade. That's all. They're mathematical opportunities. You can't stress them. Look, it goes back to $30 in 2 seconds. You can't stress it. Possible cat ears. That's possible. Shout out, follow me on Twitter, at CryptoLifer33, 25,000 followers and counting. We appreciate it. Jump on it today. Bang, bang, bang. Why do they got Montana? Yo, Joe Montana's the man. Grew up watching Joe Montana, bro. He's amazing. Leonard Skinner, too. My dad loved Leonard Skinner. Whoa. See, what if just one wrong move, you're breaking your face? I would have done that, though. That's not that bad. Just got to get out the center and you're good. Only 23,000 millionaires in Montana. Funny. I don't know what's going on here. Anyway. Follow me on Crypto Lifer. I appreciate it. We put out all sorts of charts, updates, ideas. We even stream live here every single day. And tonight is Spaces at 8. Every single Monday night, we do Spaces at 8. Was this real? Just drew it. Someone put that out. Just like we drew it up. It's funny. Unlike, couldn't have been real. But it's funny. On my live stream last night, people were like, Joe bought a laser Oz. What is this? You know? Oh, wow. Yeah. That was crazy. Put me in. Dude's like, yo, I'm the coach, man. Stay away from me, bro. No respect. That's horrible to look at. I see what you're saying, man. There's like, we celebrate the Super Bowl where there's people just like, the world's like, you know, very cliche here. I get it. I would like the whole world to be in peace at all times. Until we're all at peace at all times, like, we have no respect for all of ourselves. Like anyone could take any side you want. You're a human being. Look at how we're getting looked at by another race. If another race were to look at us, and you're like, my religion, my test is like, it's like, I get it. I mean, there's both sides are born. It's kind of like the IRA in Northern Ireland, and you know, you're born and raised to not like the Protestants. The Protestants are born and raised to not like, you know, the Catholics, and they go after it, and they go over it, and it's crazy when division comes and what happens of it. I'd watch ZETA chaining this flag, but it looks like it's going to continue up to possibly 235. I never made money on anyone else's alt recommendations until I got into the 99 and listened to you. Goddess Love 528. Amazing. It's definitely an intern. The music is tripping me out, bro. You want me to change it? Thinking we could be at peace at all times is not acknowledge the devil exists. As soon as you pretend the devil is not there is when he gains control. Amen. But I'm at peace today. How come the whole world couldn't be like me? You know? Bro, I'm losing Bitcoin. Why? The Biden picture was real, Sam. How? No way. No way. And then he took it down? No, it was. It couldn't have been real. Thanks, Lifer. We are the best. Shout out to you. Thank you for being here. Stay blessed. 49,650 for Bitcoin. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. It's just not over yet. Anything could happen here today. And we want 50K and we want it now. This says 51,900 is possible. You got this whale that also agrees with me up here at 50,500. So the only liquidity is up here. The two whales are saying, hey, we're going to drag you up. If you short between us, we're going to squeeze you. But you do whatever makes you happy. All right. Real Biden tweet. Unreal. But it was deleted afterwards? Like, I'm just confused. Because when I went to it afterwards, it wasn't there anymore. Right? Like, I didn't see it anymore, right? Oh, he did post that. Well, that's the thing is, because he's playing off, like, if there's a MAGA, what I think is this. If he thinks there's a MAGA conspiracy, that him and Taylor Swift are forming this whole, mass psychosis to get everyone to vote for Joe Biden, which is basically what they're doing. I mean, think about it. He coupled himself with a big celebrity, and he's trying to get everyone to endorse him. I mean, that's all. It's as simple as that. You don't have to even go down a rabbit hole. Like, it's pretty simple stuff. And he knows people were kind of, so this is him trolling the MAGA Republicans. That's what he's doing. That's exactly what he's doing. He's just trolling MAGA Republicans, saying, yeah, just like we drew it up. Get it? You know what I mean? Anyway, who cares, man? I don't let any of that stuff bother me. I'm such in a great place with God in my life that if they're not in a good place with God in their life, they're missing out. And so all we can do is plant our seeds, better our children, and preach the word of God every single day, and stay in love, light, and happiness. And I'm telling you right now, that is the strongest. That is a strong weapon. It seems like it's just love, but that's a strong weapon. People were offended because attacks were happening during the Super Bowl. Amen. I see what you're saying. Like, there was severe attacks during the Super Bowl. 100%. I can see that. There's a 0% chance John knows how to. Yeah, exactly. I'll open long because you open. He's going 51 and I'm losing. Hey, all right. My liquidation is 49,100. Hey, man, we're all open long because you don't open long because of me, man. Do whatever makes you happy, bro. Your Bible is a false and blind faith. Yikes. Biden was sleeping. Ha ha ha. DYOR. It's like Palace. Anyway, yeah, I don't want to get into it, but it's just crazy. I just wanted to see if it was real. I didn't think it was real. I thought it was false, like fake. You could even do the President Super Bowl. Yeah. I hear Putin is going to be Trump. You guys are stupid, man. The thing is, very few people outside the U.S. care about the Super Bowl. Nothing was done during that time with the Super Bowl in mind. Oh, no, of course. No, I didn't think so either. Yeah. No, it's just the way people attack us. Like, oh, he was at the Super Bowl during pain. I get it. I get it. The country's run by elderly, controlled misfits. It's so weird, right? Bada to the moon. You're funny. Love to the family, man. Crypto Lifer, we love you, brother. Shout out to Stephen Wood. Shout out to Lifer Adam. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Avoid false idols 100%. Dude, I'm really happy with Pyth. I also like my C6 bag here. Let's talk about Carbon Browser and how it could get big. And nobody really talks about it again. I own some Carbon Browser for the long haul. And to me, it's really just consolidating. Just ever so slightly ever since it came out in November. I've been holding it around November and it's just been going sideways. And I like that. That's bullish consolidation. Chainlink did this before its massive bigger moves. Right? So it just kind of trucking along and, no huge moves. I'm just holding it long term. Nothing crazy, right? Max Kaiser, the man, 22,000. You may were you at to see the whales moving like that? I encourage everyone to let go of any attachment. Yeah. Blah blah blah. Don't worry, man. We're all light years ahead of that, man. Like, it's just like we're already vibrating at a high frequency, man. Like, let's just move on. .com. This is a bit of a Adam and Eve double bottom. That looks like it's going to play out to the upside. I'm in this coin personally. I could see big things coming for it. Nobody really talks about it. It'll have its day in the sun, in my humble opinion, but you never know. I do own it, but there you go. Let's take a look at the ES1. As I said on my, remember it was going to continue to pump. If you watched my video on the macro every Friday. And where do we wake up this morning? To another continuation here. Now, I eventually see some type of sideways price action and then a continuation pump. All right. But S&P looks absolutely beautiful. And it's a beautiful, man. Let's take a look at our baby WELSH. WELSH, which is the first really BRC20 meme coin. Wow, Welsh just doing damage out the box, coming back to the all-time high again. Pretty interesting for Welsh. I jumped into this when it first came out, having some faith it might be pretty big. And wow, it's about to go into price discovery for Welsh. So wow, I'm amazed. So almost all these funky little coins. And there it is, ZETA going to $2. ZETA chain hitting $2, may never look back. And you can also get a pretty good reward on ZETA chain as well. And here's Trump 24 on MEXC. This coin had a massive pump, continuing to go to the upside. You never know it. It's in this like higher trajectory now. I'd look for it to consolidate on the daily and go sideways, and then it possibly could continue. Draw the fib, it came back down and wicked to the 786, which is pretty interesting. Now it's riding the 618. The Juanita, baby. We had trouble day one also. Hey, you guys, we went over this coin like somewhere back here. Like right here, you guys were talking about it. Yeah, 100%. We get everything day one. Dude, there's so many coins we get it before everybody else. It's like we don't even talking about it right now is kind of old news because like we do it so much. It's like other people like we get in early. We get it. It's like that's what we've been doing for like 2-3 years straight. Like it's just like I'm a known guy. Like if I'm not known around the internet as a guy that gets you in before everybody else or shows you some information. And again, we don't get everything. There's a few coins that do slip through. And Bitcoin struggling now. Looks like we may get some sideways price action here on this Monday morning. Monday. And I may just cut this trade off. Yeah, you lost it. See, when you lose the 21 to me, it's pretty lackluster. And I look at the 1 hour, 2, the 1 minute, or the 1 second. And yeah, you lost the 200 SMA. I don't like the market structure. It broke market structure's head. It didn't look, this looks really weird. Now we almost have to say it's in a flag or something. Very strange price action. Anything could happen. Can you check out Welsh? We just looked at it. We just looked at Welsh. I don't know where I put it. But that thing is just doing damage. Again, it's getting away from the 21-day moving average. Wow. That thing, and I'm in this coin. I own it. Look, it's Adam and Eve. I always teach you guys. Just look for the Adam and Eve double bottoms, and they will just pay you. They pay to play. So amazing. I almost want to take profits on this thing because I'm like, is it going to continue? I was holding it for like a month straight. Wow, I made some gains. I doubled my money on this thing. It's pretty cool. Could end up being really, really big, but like it's so beat up right now. The time frame that has the most information is like the 4 hour and low RSI, and it came all the way up back to resistance. Could go into price discovery, but likely to pull back. I'm market selling all my Welsh right now, just so you know. I'm taking my gains. I sold at 35.53. I feel like I just took the price down. Let's look at the 1 minute in my sell. There's my sells right there. You know. But I got into this coin a long time ago. I just threw a G in it, and I made like about 1,200 right now. So, hey, I'll take it. And you know what I'll do is I'll buy $1,000 worth of Bitcoin with my gains. Just to show you that that's what I like to do. Even on a big day when Bitcoin's high. Because more Bitcoin, the better, man. And I market by $1,000. So I put $1,000 into a meme a month ago. It doubled up. I still got my 1,000 for the next meme or back in the meme or whatever I want to do. And I buy $100. You know, what if I do that at 50 times on the same $100,000 on 50 different coins? Just, you know, and next thing you know, I end up with 50,000 worth of Bitcoin. And I still have $1,000. There's so many ways to trade and play with trading. There's so many ways to trade and play with trading. Like, and there's so many ways to play with the math, you know? So we already looked at DYM. We're going to take a look at Loopring LRC here on the channel. Thank you for everyone that comes to the channel every single day and supports me. I greatly appreciate it. And we'll look at Loopring V2 here on KuCoin or Loopring here on Coinbase. When I first look at a coin, the first thing I look at is the daily time frame or the weekly, a bigger time frame if I can. And I see these, I'm seeing cup and handles all over the market, everybody. Everywhere I'm seeing cup and handles. And this isn't any different, Loopring. And I have an alert here too. You can see the alert hits. I'll move out the alert. This says over time we're going back up to 44. You know, I'll stand by that on this, but the daily's a little hot. Looking at your day, your 2-day though, and your 3-day, your 3-day chart, which is my go-to. I love the 3-day. Says if I buy right now and I hold for the next 2 months, it could take some time. Look at my hold shift. Probably it could take 78 days, but it looks like I'll maybe double my money in 78 days. Might take a lot longer than most other coins though. So everything in the Bible, people believe is, oh man. Could this be the super cycle? We're all predicting the last cycle. Super chat's clear. I'm Muslim, man, so I don't know. I grew up Catholic, but I converted to Islam a long time ago, you know. Remember the appointment. Yeah, I got to get out of here. Everyone, I love you. I appreciate you, but I got to get my wife ready. I got to start the car and just start getting things in order for our appointment with the baby. All right. I can't look at AP13. I'll look at AP13 and then I got to go, everyone. Please don't send another super chat if you're listening because I'll feel bad about it and I won't be able to do it. API 3. Nice pump for API 3. And again, that would have been above the 200 SMA on the 3-day. You buy and you hold and you make money. And it takes time. See, everyone wants to make money immediately. Look how long this time. You should sit and go through all the gains and then write down how many times each gain took. This took 30 days. Everyone wants to make money, but they want to make it in a week, 2 weeks, 2 days. No one wants to put in 7, 8, 9, 10 days. No one wants to put in the work, even if it's just simple paying attention. All right. This likely will pull back. 1 minute looks okay, though. I don't have the time to give this my full attention, to be honest. My mind's already here. I got to go. My mind's like moving. I'm not on center focus anymore, so it's hard to be, you know. My daughter is due in 2 weeks, 46 and about to be a grandpa. Bless you. God bless you, Frank. I'm 41 and I'm having my 3rd kid, so hey. God bless everybody here on the live. I had that drawn up, man. Did not get out of AP13. Thank you. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. And at the end of the day, my relationship with God is I have a clean relationship with God. There's really no religion in between my relationship with God. I don't really consider myself like anything. You know, I consider myself a servant of God, a modern servant of God, you know. Treat everyone with love, light, and happiness. So it's a simple religion. Treat everyone you know with light, love, and happiness. Don't wish pain on any other human, no matter how bad it is. If people wrong you, wish them well and move on your way, and don't bring any negative energy into your life. Vibrate at the highest frequency you can possible. Do what you can for others. Talk with gratitude. Stay away from profanity. Like, I don't know what religion that is, but that's my religion, you know? And then every single day, do something for others if you can. If you make a lot of money, you got to give something back to others. You can't hoard your money. You got to give it back. You'll get more if you keep giving it and become part of the movement of the universe, you know? Crypto is the bearish div on the 4-hour time frame. Yes, we talked about it numerous times already. My locks represent my connection. Amen. Shout out to Stack McChange in the house. Job, baby, job. Word. Shout out to Justin Cashmore in the house. God bless everybody here. So I never get stuck into that it has to be one way type of thing, and you got to go this, you got to do that. I just don't get into that. It's all about love, life, and happiness every single day. All right. Everyone, I love you. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you tomorrow for another beautiful live stream. And everyone in the trading group, I will not be around today. Catch me later on tonight. I apologize, but it happens one day out of the year. You're going to see me every once in a while having to do something personal, but it's very rare. It's very rare. Theta getting a nice little pump. I do like Theta. Once Theta gets back above this buck, look, it can really move. Look, this is its next big resistance move. Bit of a double bottom. I can see it start getting all the way back to 117. All right. Quick did a rebalancing or something like that. From quick 1 to quick V2 or something. Yeah. Be humble and always be grateful. Everyone, I love you. I appreciate you. And have a wonderful day. May God bless each and every one of you. And just treat others how you want to be treated. That's exactly. You all know how you want to treat other people, how you want to be treated. Treat other people the same way. That's it. It's really that simple. Like, if we all did that, millions of the problems in the world would not be here. People wouldn't do half of the horrible things in which they do. I love you all. God bless you all. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much. God bless.